to revisit themes. Time dilation is a law of nature.
Take your call right now.
Anyway,
If you are happy with your message,
shut up. Good morning, guys. I did the low fat diet, raw vegan diet. First I did a starch solution, which is just eating lots of starches, potatoes, squash, carrots, those kind of things, and some plants that grow above ground, lettuce, celery, stuff like that. I did that for a day, then I got fed up, and then I thought, okay, I have to go harder because this pain in my hip is so unbearable. So I decided to go completely raw, just eat lots of a bowl of different kinds of fruits, salad, smoothie, things like that. Yeah, it hurts your taste buds because you really miss the fat or meat. You're used to eating the combo, as I said. The third day, I thought, to hell with this, because I've been reading too many things online, and I saw some guys had arthritis. One guy had arthritis and fatty liver. That was the reason that I wasn't doing the keto and the carnivore type diet, because I was worried that all that fat would affect my liver and my gallbladder. But unfortunately, I read about this guy, and he was overweight. He had fatty liver. He had arthritis. He went on to the carnivore diet. Bang! Within a few days, his pain was gone. All his markers were down. The usual. So I thought, okay, let me try the carnivore diet. So I had organic chicken, almost a whole chicken. And when I tasted the chicken, I thought, delicious. I thought, I don't know. I said something weird like, this is what we were meant to eat. I said something like, I don't care, I'm an animal. I was just eating it all up like an animal, like a caveman. I think Dooga got the animal vibe, because as soon as I said animal, he started barking. And so what happened was, later on in the evening, I saw some other stories about people, they did low carb and it didn't work, or they did keto, it didn't work, and they switched to a raw vegan diet, and it healed them. So I'm thinking, I'm like a bloody yo-yo, switching from one diet to another. Well, to these two extremes, which they're not really extremes though, as I said. Yes, on one diet you eat mostly cholesterol from meat and, protein, animal food. And on the other diet you eat mainly glucose. Of course, they're completely different, but they're the same because they only affect one pathway. You're choosing one pathway. Whereas if you eat a balanced meal, you're not choosing one pathway. Your body is confused or likely to get bunged up. Another scientific term. Anyway, forget about my theories. The results. First day I did the starch-based diet, starchy vegetables, no fat, okay? So you stimulate one pathway, one fuel sensing pathway. The second day I did raw vegan. The third day I did carnivore for half a day and then raw vegan. This fourth day, raw vegan again. I was 113.5 kilos. This morning, 109.1. And the 113.5 kilos, that was in the daytime. It wasn't at nighttime when you're heavy. So I've lost 4.5 kilos in 4 days. It's not even 4 days, it's 3 and a bit. That's amazing. It doesn't surprise me though, because once you cut out the combination, then your body starts to work more efficiently. And things like weight loss happen. I don't know. It seems to be working in at least in the weight loss area. 4.5 kilos. Bloody hell. You can't even say that I'm losing water, because on keto or carnivore, maybe you lose water. This chicken here is for the dogs. But I tell you, I feel like eating it myself. If it wasn't for the fact that it's not organic chicken, so I make sure that I don't eat that. It makes it like a almost impossibility that I'm going to eat it, but I still want to taste it. My saliva glands are bloody going already. Unless I stuff myself now, I'm going to have a fruit salad. Yeah, fruit salad is good to begin with. I'm going to start feeling hungry and being tempted by the meat. Yeah, I've got some bad news. Because of my bloody right hip, I couldn't go out with the kids. My wife took the kids out. She rang me and she said, oh, there's some bad news. And I thought, oh God, did my dad pass away? And she said, oh, sit down, prepare yourself for the bad news. And I said, look, just tell me, stop messing around. Just tell me, just come out with it. I don't like you to sit down, have a drink of water or whatever. Look, just tell me. I said, is it my dad? And she said, no, it's not your dad. I thought, and actually I started tearing up because I thought, You know, even though it wasn't my dad, I was like preparing to bawl, preparing to get really emotional. She said, my godmother passed away, and I still felt tearful and and cried. And I said, well, what happened to her? She was healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. She couldn't say anything to me. She said, one of my cousins will phone me and explain. So what I did is I phoned up my cousin, another cousin, and I asked her, and she was there when she passed away in the hospital. Apparently, Christmas time, she had a bit of a cough. She felt really breathless. She went into hospital for about 2 weeks, and they put her on I don't know, oxygen or something, and then they let her go. And then she came back home, and she got even worse. And then she spent another 3 weeks in the hospital. Then they said, look, we've done all we can, and they said she seems okay. And then they brought her back home again. Apparently, then she just got worse and worse. They took her into the hospital, and then she just never recovered. She couldn't breathe properly. Basically, she had problems. She couldn't breathe properly, and it wasn't COVID. And she passed away. She was fighting for breath, and the priest came and gave her her rights. Apparently, read her rights to her. But did the priest thing. Came and not reading her rights. Whatever the last rights. And my cousin then said she apparently after that she opened her eyes and then closed her eyes and died. Bloody hell. And she was like my mum. She like similar stature to my mum, chubby, kind of short hair, and kind of same kind of vibe, same kind of feel. Like a mummy, like a mother. She was my godmother as well. She christened me. Anyway, I'm not thinking properly now. I'm not thinking right. But I asked my cousin, but how can someone just die like that? There must be a reason. Can't just, okay, it wasn't COVID. Why did she die? Seemingly healthy person. Now, is this a coincidence or what? What have I been talking about? I've just been talking about I haven't been able to walk because I think I've got arthritis on my hip. And when I tried to find out how people have healed themselves, I did find, people went onto the carnivore diet or the raw vegan diet. Apparently, what happened to my godmother was she was suffering from arthritis, and she was given medication for this arthritis. She started to feel not well, so she said, no, I'm not taking this medication. She said that it didn't agree with me. But then she was having lots of pain with her arthritis, so she had to go back to the doctor and then restart the medication. I'm not sure what it was. I know a few. There's steroid medication, there's a methotrexate that causes liver problems and all that kind of stuff, and worse. To cut a long story short, what happened was she had some kind of a rare underlying disease or problem with her lungs that caused inflammation or something. And the inflammation of the arthritis, she had rheumatoid arthritis everywhere in her body. Rheumatoid arthritis is a systemic thing, isn't it? And so what happened was when she took this medicine, the medicine ended up affecting her lungs, or it exacerbated this disease. My godmother or my godfather, nobody knew that she had this disease. So that it kind of not made the disease wake up, but exacerbate the inflammation. And afterwards they found that her lungs were scarred, full of scar tissue or whatever, full of fluid because couldn't breathe properly. Her heartbeat was about 130. It's not much if you're exercising, but if you're just sick, just lying down in a bed, it's a lot. So what happened was she had heart failure, her heart gave in. Basically, these bastards, the bastard doctors killed her. Surely they should know that taking a certain medication can affect, I don't know, certain organs. For example, methotrexate, or one of these, I think it's methotrexate, one of these arthritis medications, like, is bad for the liver, can harm the liver. So every once in a while you have liver function tests. But they must have known that this medicine can harm a person who has this disease. It's a specific name, starts with a K, lung disease, lung disease. So when they're administering or giving this medication, shouldn't they check to see if the person has this disease? I suppose it wasn't in her records, so they thought, okay, well, this person doesn't have this disease, so it's okay. This thing was happening for a long time. She was given the medication, she didn't feel well. She instinctively knew, she told her doctor, no, I don't want to take this medicine, it doesn't make me feel good. But in order to stop the pain of arthritis, she went back to the doctor, and then the hospital gave it to her, rheumatology department or whatever. They said that she should take it, otherwise she'll suffer in pain. Ouch. I told my cousin, I said, I've got a problem with my hip now. I'd rather my bones rot and I'm in bloody pain, but I'm not taking any medication. People might say, oh yeah, that's because you don't have any real pain. Believe me, I have unbelievable pain. Just trying to walk a little bit. It's taking me about 2 hours to make this video, and I'm only walking a few meters because I have to be unbelievably careful how I place my foot on the floor, not walk too fast, otherwise my hip will move into a position where I have like a sharp pain. Ouch. I have a horrible pain now. But anyway, so she had arthritis. They gave her medication. The medication then exacerbated an underlying condition, a disease of the lung. Just basically it completely like scarred all the lung. That's why she couldn't breathe. That's why then she had fluid in the lung. It just filled up with water, and then she had heart failure. The sad thing is she could have lived into her 90s or whatever. She was only about 70 something, not even 80, I don't think. If she didn't take that medication, I know this sounds bloody stupid. If she went on a raw vegan diet or did a bloody carnivore diet or whatever, anything to stop the bloody inflammation, and she wouldn't have problems. But a person of that age, they won't listen. They won't listen. They will listen to the doctor. Yeah, and the doctor kills you. Yeah, I know the doctor didn't mean to do it, but he or she still killed her. One of the leading causes of death. Number one is probably still cardiovascular, heart disease. Number two is probably cancer. Number three, which is probably dementia, because so many people are living so long. But number four is it iatrogenic, or anyway, doctor related. Basically, the doctor kills you with drugs or whatever, or, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. Bastards, all of them. They walk around in their white gown or their white jacket, so full of themselves, so high level, so nothing. But look at the mistakes they make. No one talks about that, all the mistakes they make. Yeah, they do good things, but she would have bloody lived. She would have lived if she didn't take the bloody medicine. Maybe she would have been in pain. Okay, she would have been in pain. Maybe she even would have committed suicide. Who knows? If she had no pain medication. At least it would have been her decision. She would have been in control. Talking shit. I know. They probably did, they did the best, they made a mistake, these things do happen. But yeah, isn't it ironic? I've got arthritis, and then I find out that my godmother died, not of arthritis, but she had arthritis and was taking medicine for it. Yeah, that's an omen. I'm not taking any medicine for any arthritis. I just had a fruit salad, and then I have a smoothie later on. And yeah, it does feel like I'm fasting, but I'm losing weight. My inflammation is probably going down, and I'm going to do things that way. Every once in a while, maybe do the carnivore or introduce some vegetables, but not at the same time. I mean, introduce meat, but not at the same time. Not the combo. I can't believe it, For us Italians or Sicilian, your godmother is like your second mum. Although I hadn't seen her in a year or 2 years, it's still really upsetting. Ouch. What do you want? Meow. I know what you want. Food. Ouch. Wait. Clumsy. Wait a minute. Oh! Wait a minute. Ow! Ow! Oh, eat that, God. Oh. 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 I don't even feel like eating. I don't even feel like doing anything. Got all these bloody things to do here. My wife did the bloody juice and left me the bloody juice to clean. Well, that's nothing. Look at this. This is the island. It's supposed to be like empty, almost empty. It's always full. My wife never gets round to doing anything. And then this is the table. This is always full. 99% of the time it's full. And sometimes my wife cleans it, tidies it up. Sometimes I do it. It's tidy for a few minutes and then back to shit again. I tidied up the fridge and made it all nice for her. So up here she has all vegetables and fruits. The second layer here. Already she's like messed it up by putting plates inside here. This plate here, this thing here, this thing here. Then I left this meat here. This is for the kids. This is the kids section here. And this is my section here. All the other junk. But I decided, no, we don't have any sections. We just share everything. So I decided to do all this nice for her. But, you know, within like the same day, look, she's all messed it up. I know I might be a bit over the top, but it's nice to have a bit of things tidy. Things are never usually tidy in our house, you know. But, you know, the fridge should be tidy. I tidied it up yesterday. So the thing is, she just goes back to her old pattern, her old way of doing things. So I'm going to have to tidy up again for her, and for us, you know. She could live in a pigsty. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. I'm going to clean this up, but if I can stand up for long enough, clean all this, tidy it up, and then this evening they'll be back. The kids will be back. Boom! You know, be back to normal again. At least it'll be clean for a few hours whilst they're not here. I'm not saying I'm a super clean person, you know, and that I clean all the time. No, I don't. I'm as messy as she is. Well, probably less messy. But, I don't know. My wife isn't the kind of... You know, you get those women that don't want to do any housework. It's like almost beneath them, you know. They don't want to do any housework. They'd rather be out there. You know, they're like business type, a manager or whatever. They want to be doing things out there. They don't want to be that... the housewife type, you know, keeps all the house clean, you know. They don't believe in that. Shouldn't she have thought about that before she got married? Having a family entails you cleaning up after kids or maybe after your husband sometimes, you know, and looking after a house. It takes a lot, you know. As soon as you clean one room, then you have to go to another room. By the time you finish cleaning the house or tidying the house, the first room that you tidied up is a mess. So it's a constant thing. I understand that. I'm just talking rubbish again. Those are the thoughts I have, and at least I'm alone today, and I can, instead of talking about it and complaining, do something about it. So I'll put some music on and I'll clear everything. The thing is, will I be able to stay up for that long on that hip? I don't know. I'll try. The way I see it is, what I've done in the past doesn't work. I complain to her, I tell her off, we shout, we argue, and it doesn't work. So instead of complaining and fighting, you know, sometimes I think, what would my mum would have said to me? She would have said, "Oh, Gerard, just help your wife, you know. Obviously there's something wrong in here. She's stressed out or whatever. And so I have to help her, you know. I have to do what I can. It doesn't seem fair. She's outside with the kids, gone to London, enjoying herself, a nice sunny day. And I'm stuck in here cleaning the house. It's not as simple as that. I chose not to take the vaccine. And so I don't want to go to places that's crowded, full of people. Suppose I have a problem with anxiety and fear. I'd rather stay here at home. But also my hips not feeling well. I pray it's not arthritis. It feels like it. It's really, I've never had this pain in my life. I'll go back to cleaning and I'll see you guys later. Like a go. Let's do this bit. Eco Ver washing up liquid. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. This is the kind of stuff that a man does on his own at home. Well, amongst other things. Later on, I can have my drug and watch the match of the day, because I've been doing that all my life. And, you know, just like when it's not on, you know, something's missing. I don't actually go to the football matches, but this is so hot. Anyway, Jero, shut up and just do the work. Cue the music. Ta-da! Now that's done. I have to go and sit down. Well, I can't sit down. I can lie on my left side because I'm tired now. That's all I can do. I can't stand up too long. This is what a man does when he's alone at home. Well, this man anyway. That's how my wife keeps me busy. I've got no time to do anything else.
Can't take your call right now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished. Now, at the tone, please record your message.
Bloody busy. Lots of people must be phoning my godfather. It's always... I'll try again.
Can't take your call right now. At the tone, please record your message. When you... Can't take your call right now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished, simply hang up or press the hash key for more options.
It's me, Jero. I just heard the news. I'm really sorry about... I don't know what to say, really. There's nothing to say.
You have 10 seconds of recording left. If you are happy with your message, just hang up or press 1 for more options.
And, anyway...
If you are happy with your message...
Shut the fuck up!
Or press 1 for...
I've spoken now to my godparent's son. Gave my condolences, as it were. And I said I probably won't go to the funeral because it will screw me up. I'll probably collapse. You know, some people, they go to funerals and they want to see the person pass away. I am totally the opposite. I'm too sensitive. I'm already, my blood pressure is through the roof. I explained that to him. And I said maybe I'll get my wife, you know, somebody to come from the family. My wife, if she's up to it, I don't know. Or get my daughter to go there. You know, I've just been thinking, I'm shocked, you know, I'm not shocked, exhausted, tired, and I look it as well. And I'm just thinking, I'm here in the dark. It's quite dark. You know, the old cottages, old houses, the windows are quite tiny. Even if there's blazing sunshine outside, it's quite dark. So imagine when it's dark outside, how dark it is in here. I'm inside the house and depressed, crying, obviously, because you should be. You know, you're mourning. She's my godmother. And I contacted my daughter and I told her about it. You know, we had a talk about it, and then she's saying that she's in Cornwall. And I thought I'm gonna go to Cornwall as well. I'm gonna go and not enjoy myself, but you know, she contacted me and she showed me photos, you know, of Cornwall, the beautiful countryside, the lovely clouds. And I thought, that's it. I'm going to drive all the way to Cornwall. I don't know how many hundreds of miles it is away. I think the next video will be a better one. I'm going to go car camping. If my hip gets better, hopefully.